Today, I'm making an easy keto no bake cheesecake recipe that honestly takes like 5 minutes to make. It's so simple and delicious. The first thing you want to do is take your almond flour and pour it into your bowl. We're gonna start off by making our graham cracker crust. Now you're going to grab your granular monk fruit sweetener and pour that straight in as well. I like to use granular because it kind of has a nice texture to it, gives it a little bit of a crunch, but it's not super grainy, if you will. Next, we're gonna add my favorite spice, cinnamon. Of course there had to be cinnamon in this recipe. This is supposed to be a graham cracker crust, right? So it's gotta taste a little cinnamony. Now I'm just gonna add a pinch of salt. If you wanna actually measure the salt, maybe it would technically be like 1/16 of a teaspoon, but you know, I just kind of pinch and that's it. Now I'm gonna take my whisk and just whisk it all together. Now I'm just gonna ditch the whisk and grab my spatula. Grab my melted butter, pour it in the bowl, and then spatula it together. And just fold that in. You want to kind of create a crumbly texture. Think of like a brown sugar kind of texture. So if you can see here, it kind of looks like brown sugar. That's exactly what you want. And you want to be able to pick it up and to kind of be able to form a little ball, but it's still kind of crumbly. It's not super packed. Now we're just gonna put this over to the side and move on over to our mixer. First off, we're gonna take our room temperature cream cheese and just pour that into our bowl. Followed by some heavy cream. Now we're just gonna whisk that together on a medium to high speed. So I see that it's kind of really sticking to the sides. I'm just going to take a little spatula and just scrape down the sides. So that's gonna really help make sure everything whips together nicely and evenly. You know, some people say if it doesn't have sour cream and lemon in it, it's not a cheesecake. Let me tell you, this is not a typical cheesecake recipe. This is just a really easy thing that you can whip up really quickly, throw in the fridge for a bit, and then eat it if you're craving something kind of sweet. So nobody get all technical with me in the comments. All right, so it is nice. It's looking good to me. We are going to now add our sweeteners. So today I'm using the Lakanto monk fruit sweetener drops. I use these honestly for almost anything that I want to sweeten. They are absolutely delicious. It's pure monk fruit, so if you have problems with erythritol, you don't like the monk fruit erythritol blend, this is definitely the way to go. I love to keep these in my purse as well because literally if I'm out at a cafe and I want to sweeten my coffee, I just put a few drops into my coffee, stir it all up, and you've got yourself a nice little sweet latte. So get these if you don't have them. I'll put a link in my description if you want to check it out, if you want to buy it off of Amazon. I do receive a small commission for that purchase, so thank you for that. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help support this channel. So anyway, let's go ahead and add our drops, but if you're not using drops, you can use some powdered monk fruit sweetener. And if you want to check the ingredients in the description as well, it'll tell you how much powdered sweetener to use. That was a lot of talking. Let's just put it in. All right, now I'm just gonna add some vanilla. And we're gonna mix it all together. Okay, we're gonna do one last mix through just to make sure that there's no kind of vanilla extract hanging out on the edges there. Now we're gonna put all of this together. So what you're gonna do first is take your graham cracker crumbs and just throw that at the bottom of your glass. Then we're gonna kind of press it down with a little shot glass. Now that that's done, you're gonna take a clean spoon and you're just gonna spoon in your cheesecake mix, but only halfway, because we're gonna add something special. Okay, so I've gone ahead and smoothed that out. Now I'm going to add some cherries. I love cherries. It adds a really nice flavor to this recipe, kind of gives it more of a cherry cheesecake flavor, and I personally love cherry cheesecake. So go ahead and add those. You can also use strawberries or you can also use blueberries, whatever you like. Add it in the middle. It adds a really nice flavor. Great, now I'm just gonna take a little bit more of the graham cracker crumbs and just sprinkle it on top just for a little extra. Now we're gonna fill the top up with some cream cheese filling. All right, now we have one of two options. You can either place this in the refrigerator for 1 to 3 hours, let it set, and it'll be a beautiful cheesecake consistency. Or if you can't wait, like I have been in that position many, many times, you can go ahead and eat it as is. Just keep in mind, this is more of a yogurt kind of texture, not as much of a cheesecake kind of texture. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like this video, comment on this video if you have any future video suggestions for me, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos just like this one. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. See you later.